Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and today I'm going to give you guys a little bit of advanced coaching. This is unfortunately, if you watch this and you are wanting to use placebos yourself to break through plateaus, right? And you have different methods you want to use and you're still not an extremely advanced lifter, you may want to turn this video off. Okay? You may want to turn this video off because it's going to be detrimental to your gains. All right, for those of you who are learning to be coaches, for those of you who are looking at all this stuff that's out there, let's be honest about what's really happening. Okay. Anytime you have special programming thrown in to help you get through a plateau, and that plateau could be, hey, I'm trying to get to 5 reps on a 200-pound bench, and I've been stuck at 4. Or I'm trying to get my max deadlift to 500 pounds, whatever it happens to be, right? It could be some sort of plateau like that. And you'll see coaches who will program stuff. Oh, this is a plateau breaker. Like we come through and I'm going to have you take, since trying to get to 5 on 200, we're going to take 200 pounds for 3 reps, right? And we're going to start with 2 sets of it. Then the next workout, we're going to go to 3, then 4, then 5. Once you can do 5 sets of that, we're going to drop back. We're going to go up to 205, and we're going to repeat this process for 2 weeks. And then when we come back, whatever it happens to be, the next number of weeks, you're going to come in and you're going to hit that 200 pounds for 5 reps. All right. They do stuff like this. Or we're going to come in and we're going to do nothing but deficit deadlifts, right? You can't quite get to, you keep missing 500. So I'm going to have you come in and do a deficit pulls with 455, right? And we're going to do some tinkering with that and some singles and doubles and triples. And when you get used to pulling that weight off the floor, we're going to add that weight and we're going to get a little heavier. And when we get up to where you can do whatever, it's 495 off of a deficit, you're going to come in and you're going to pull 500. Okay. Now, a lot of lifters never dealt with programming. They're going to take a look at this. They're going to do this. They're going to run whatever this is for 6 weeks, whatever it happens to be, 3 weeks, 6 weeks, 10 weeks. They hit that PR. Right. Man, my coach is a genius. This is stuff that we even do for ourselves. Like I couldn't deadlift whatever the number was. I couldn't get 525. This is many years ago, like 20 years ago. I couldn't get 525, right? It would just stick. I'm like, I must be weak off the floor. So I started doing deficit deadlifts. Like 2-inch deficits, right? I built that up. There's a bunch of singles and stuff with it. What happened? Eventually got to where I could do 525 off of that deficit. Man, I walked in and smashed the biggest deadlift PR ever. It's like 2 months of all this deficit work. But you know what else I was doing during that time? I was squatting. I was training my hamstrings. I was doing rows. Over the course of that couple months, my back, my hamstrings, my glutes, my quads all grew a little bit. Then I was able to deadlift more than the 525. Why? Because I got bigger. And I was still lifting heavy enough to keep the neural drive. Okay, does anyone, you guys to really think about this? All those different sets you're doing, all they do is push neural drive. And if you're already lifting heavy and you already have your technique and neural drive, do you really think they're adding more? Or are they just keeping kind of what you have? Keeping what you have. Of course, they have a hypertrophic stimulus. And you're probably doing some assistance work, some accessory work. You're doing other stuff. You should be gaining muscle. So when you come in and you finally hit that 200 for 5, why couldn't you hit 200 for 5? You've been doing low reps already on bench, right? Yeah. So your neural drive training is already there. What else are you doing? You're probably doing enough total volume to gain muscle. So why can't you get the 5 reps with 200 pounds? Because your pecs and triceps aren't big enough. That's it. So what's the key there? What is the magic key that's allowing this stuff to work? Well, it should be obvious. It's obviously the muscles got bigger. But what's the key to that? What is the component that allowed that? What did Louis Simmons say strength is measured in? He said strength is measured in time, not pounds. Time. The plateau breaking magical method, and there are dozens of these, guess what? They all work. They all work because they give you more time. That's it. More time training, more time lifting. What does that mean? More time to gain muscle. You gained muscle. So if you want to trick a lifter and they don't understand, why they're stuck at this certain point, and you come in and you razzle dazzle them with a little complex programming on that lift or that variation, right? That's all this is. Okay. Program their brain for success because you've given them this magic plateau breaker. You've now psychologically prepared them for it, right? Mentally, we're good. There's still heavy lifting in it? Yeah. Okay, good. So neural drive is being trained. Neuromuscular efficiency, that's all being trained. And then we do enough total work, call it hypertrophy work or accessory, but we're doing enough total work for them to gain muscle. So what happens? You just need enough time. You just need more time to gain more muscle. That's it. And if you can do that, you'll break through the plateau. As long as the training stimulus is there to keep the neural drive you need for whatever reps you're doing, and as long as you're giving good enough training stimulus and enough nutrition to gain the muscle over time, you'll break through the plateau. So what's the simple thing for those of us who know this? We realize this is nonsense. It's voodoo. We just need to gain more muscle, guys. Understand that your strength and especially these rep PRs, are tests of muscle growth. That's what they are. They're a test to see if we've gained more muscle. And if you gained more muscle, we hit PRs. It's very straightforward when you really understand programming. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.